Selamat pagi dan salam sejahtera saya ucapkan kepada semua. Salam Pulau Pinang 2030. Salam Malaysia Madani. Dan terima kasih saya ucapkan pada semua yang hadir di mana saya berada di Bayan Lepas di Pulau Pinang. Di kawasan industri kita. Pada pagi ini di Engtek. Di mana saya diberi satu taklimat tentang usaha mereka dalam membantu usaha kita dalam agenda kita dari segi industri di Pulau Pinang. Saya ada bersama saya Encik Datuk YKT iaitu pengerusi dan CEO Engtek. Juga kita ada CFO Encik Sean yang turut hadir. A very good morning to all. Mr. Vincent is also present. Thank you. I am here today at in Bayan Lepas. As I have said, in my current portfolio, it's important for me to ensure that I observe and monitor the industry in Penang, because that is most important. As I've said before, Penang proves to be the biggest industrial state in the country, in the region, and for some products in the world. And happy I am here to see that we have a company that is very well founded in Penang, just like many other companies that are here. I've said this many a time before. We have 450 multinational companies. We have 7,000 over SMEs. And now the numbers of LLCs are also increasing. But we want to continue to promote and encourage them to come to Penang. So today the words I heard just now from the executive chairman and CEO of Engtek, Datuk YKT, was very encouraging, because that's exactly what we want to do. It's not about just being us here, but bringing the whole world here. That's the bigger picture. You know, I've been tasked for information to go to a few other countries to pull the industry to Penang. I succeeded with India, and I always repeat that example, because India is a big country. You know, it's almost comparable. Now it's bigger in terms of number of people than China, just for information. 1.5 billion. Okay, and I went in December, and in January, straight away they came to Penang, and we had a Penang India Summit for the first time in the history of Malaysia. No other state in Malaysia did that. So, for me, my travels will include perhaps even China, where you're situated. For sure, Singapore. I just came back from Singapore as well, but I shall be going back there. I'm saying this today to attract the world to Penang. I keep telling the world that we have an ecosystem that is very conducive. It will work for you if you come here. You want to do business, the right place to come is here. Very simple as that. We have created that infrastructure, and we are going to only improve on it. And that is the way forward for us. So today, a few things I want to mention that's very important here where I am at Engtek. Thank you to Dato and your team. You know, we are very concerned about several things. Of course, your business includes things like robotics, the die casting, precision solutions, and so forth. in a industry, when we talk about cleaning, testing, and so forth, it is very important for us. And of course, in Penang, when we talk about what our industry is all about, of course, we're number one where E&E and semiconductor is concerned. And we cannot deny that. Kita tidak boleh nafikan bahawa Pulau Pinang merupakan negeri yang menghasilkan produk semiconductor yang terbanyak daripada Malaysia, daripada rantau ini kepada dunia. This small state. So don't think you're in a small state. Remember,
Think big.
think big, like what you said just now. So I'm just here to encourage you, motivate you. You must understand that this small state, one dot I keep saying to people in the world, contributes 7% of semiconductor products to the world. Not to this state, not to this country, not to this region, but to the world. Now, if that can happen, anything can happen. And that is what I'm trying to say. You're in the right place, the right position, so you all have to understand where you are and grab that opportunity that is in your hand. Of course, I also know that today, when we talk about where I am, I'm very happy to be here because it is very, I would say, in sync with what we are doing in Penang, in general. We talk about E&E, semicon, of course, those are our traditional products. But we are moving forward. The world is just moving forward very fast. Dunia kita sedang bergerak begitu cepat. Kalau kita tidak bangun dan bergerak bersama dunia, maka kita akan di belakang. Tak boleh. Saya tidak akan lihat itu berlaku. No, I will not see that happen on my watch. I've said that before. I have to say some things in Malay also, so some of my friends will not be angry. I think all of you all understand.
Yeah.
Kita ada juga di Engtek, mereka ada industri yang merangkumi telco, yang merangkumi industri otomotif yang begitu penting sekarang. Aerospace juga, of course, tadi Datuk ada kata mungkin tak begitu besar, tapi mereka akan menjadi besar satu hari. Saya pasti. That is how it is. When you started, I'm sure whatever that you're so big in now, you never knew that would happen. But that is how it is in life. And I'm so happy it is happening in Penang. That is the most important thing for us. And we are here to support you. Now, mungkin saya hendak nyatakan untuk semua industri yang terpenting, yang juga disentuh Datuk tadi, adalah masa hadapan kita. Generasi hadapan kita. What is in store for future generation is the most important. What is in store for future generation, which I think we must understand, is new tech. Very simple. The world is talking about artificial intelligence and how it might take over us. In fact, they're now talking about how they want to prevent it from taking over us. But we are at this point in time whereby I think it's a good point in time whereby we can have it for us, but in a assimilated and controlled way. I hope you all understand. Apa yang saya nyatakan sekarang, generasi muda kita semua cekap dalam bidang teknologi, dalam bidang sains, sekarang AI, artificial intelligence. Tapi kita hendak lakukan dia dengan sebaik-baik rupa di Pulau Pinang. Dan saya harap di Malaysia lah. That is the point now. The world has come to a point that we must be realistic. We must understand that it's a world of AI. Everything that we do now, they will say, how can AI help? Everything that you do. You wake up in the morning, watch news, everything that you do, how is AI going to affect it? Very simple. But the thing is, we don't want AI to affect us. So there must be a balance. That is what we think we can do here. So when I'm here in Engtek, why am I saying all this? Must understand that too. It's to understand that, because you mentioned that just now, that you are looking into that. So for us, it is extremely important. And we want to move forward with that. And I know you will understand that is extremely important. And of course, when we talk about, Industry 4.0, as you mentioned just now, kita di Pulau Pinang, apabila saya sebut tentang di mana saya berada di Bayan Lepas, I mentioned that day in one of my speeches, Bayan Lepas sudah 54 tahun. Dan itu umur saya. Dan hari ini saya berada di sini sudah banyak lama lah. You see what I mean? Somehow or other, God must have ordained that I must come here. This is my place, so I'm here. But let's get it better. Remember that. Bigger and stronger, itu apa? Visi dan agenda kita. Our mission, vision, and our forward sight is for us to become bigger. We are already there, and I'm sure we can, with the cooperation of all parties, like my friends here in Engtek today, and I've been to so many factories who have been very cooperative. I hope they will continue with that cooperation with the state government. Then we can move forward, and we can become bigger. And I tell you, and I'm telling the world today, because I'm live, please come to Penang. We are ready. We are ready for you. The question is, are you ready for us? But we are definitely ready for you. Please come here. The ecosystem is ready. The infrastructure is ready. The government is running very smoothly, and we make sure that happens for you. So these are the few things that I want to say. I would like to also thank Dato just now for mentioning one very important thing that is close to my heart, is that at the end of the day, when we talk about industry, when we talk about factories opening and growing, how do you do that? The only way is to ensure that we have talent. When the training part that Dato spoke about just now is extremely important for me. Now, sometimes some things catch me. So let me remind everyone who's hearing, for us here in Penang, we have come to a point where our industry is now not traditional. It is high-tech. It is moving forward. You talk about AI, you talk about robotics, you talk about precision solutions, you talk about EV cars. These are things that the world is doing that is now in Penang. But you know what? You need high-skilled, talented workers. Very simple. And for us, that is the most important. So that's why I call upon all the industries to assist and think about how we can move forward. I have said before that a lot of the industries already have engineers who are very experienced, technicians who are very experienced, who can assist in training the future. So we need to do that so that we can ensure there is supply for demand. Very simple. That is the economies of scale. Very simple. Can be done. And saya sudah nyatakan, itu yang perlu. Kita perlu tenaga yang mahir, tenaga yang berbakat, supaya kita punya industri dapat maju ke hadapan. Itu yang terpenting. Dan kita akan buat itu. Dan itu hasrat kita di Pulau Pinang. We will do that. And I'm not only talking to industry, I've already spoken to the education ministry, the minister herself, to see how we can assist on that score. It is very important that we look at the big picture. In order for us to get to where we want, you must have a start. Very simple. So, there are some plans, kita ada rancangan sekarang untuk lihat bagaimana kita boleh pastikan ada lebih tenaga berbakat dan tenaga mahir dalam industri kita. Supaya industri kita yang mana hendak meningkat, boleh meningkat. Kalau tidak, kita akan di situ saja. No, that's not what we want. We can sit down and discuss, but how do you move forward? That's the question. So there are some plans, and hopefully we'll work on it. But thank you to Dato' YK and Sean for having me today. Saya begitu berterima kasih dan bangga berada di Bayan Lepas bersama Dato' YK daripada Engtek di Bayan Lepas, iaitu salah satu tempat strategik kita di Pulau Pinang. Walaupun berusia 54 tahun, although it is 54 years old, masih muda. Ada banyak-banyak kerja lagi kita akan buat di sini. Tapi sebagai ayah, saya tahu anak pertama bukan anak terakhir. Kita akan ada lebih. Di bahagian seberang sekarang sudah pun ada 3 yang telah pun kita rancang. Satu akan sudah pun dibuka. Fasa pertama dia di Batu Kawan. I hope you understand. This is just the beginning. Like Dato' said, we are here to grow. I may be looking old with my white beard, but I'm a father of 4. So if I can have 4 boys, we will definitely have 4 free trade zones in Penang one day. And I will work on that. I will work on that. So I don't want to say too much more. Maybe I've said too much, but I need to run off. But thank you, Dato' and Sean.
Thank you, Wari.
Yeah, it's been amazing to be here. Feel good to hear your words, because that's the words that the government wants to hear. It's in sync with our agenda, and we will continue to assist. And if there's anything that industry wants any assistance with, please come forward. Our doors are always open, and we are all ears to hear you out. No problems at all. With those words, I thank you. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thank you, Wari.